Hi guys, so today we have new issue. That's my Red Mini that decided that it needs some fixing. What is the problem? Passenger door, power window decided that it doesn't want to work anymore. Yeah, it doesn't move. Now on Minis, when you open and close the door, yeah, when you open the door, glass should move a bit down, like maybe half an inch, and when you close it, it should move up under that seal. Unfortunately, at the moment, it doesn't move at all. Yeah. Also, if I will turn on the ignition, let me reach it. I don't know if you hear it. On the bottom, there's a control module that controls that power window. Yeah. So maybe you hear that relay is clicking, but window doesn't move at all, which means that we need to fix that issue. Let's go. As the first step, we will need to remove the door card. I will leave a detailed video in description. Yeah. Okay, now that we removed our door card, it shouldn't take more than 5 minutes for you. We can find where that guy sits. The motor is hidden here in that area. Yeah. Let me show you. Let me just try to show you where that motor sits. Yeah. Here is it. Here is the mechanism. Yeah. And that's a where is it? And that's a motor wire. Yeah, you see that one. I hope it's visible. That's one of the window cables. We need to get that guy out. Okay, before taking all that apart, let's do a quick test. I turn it on the ignition. Yeah. Let's try to move it down. It doesn't work. Punch a few times in that area where motor sits, like very well. Why? Oh, you see, it started to work. What does it mean? It means that we have a problem with motor. The brushes in motor are worn out and they kind of stuck. Yeah, cannot reach the rotor. When we punch it, we just moved them slightly, so they like it was enough for them to actually contact that motor. Yeah? But we need to get that out because it does not. It will happen one more time. Yeah, like so pretty soon. So we need to fix it. Let's go. Let's start with removing our glass first. Okay, to remove the glass, we need to remove those nuts. You see, here it is. One on each side. Let me try to show from different perspective. Yeah, you see, 1 and 2. I intentionally moved the glass down to like that level. Yeah, so I can reach it with some tool and start unscrewing it. I will use such a fancy tool to grab those nuts and just start unscrewing them. Now I will reach it with my hand and remove them completely. Alternative way, if your glass doesn't move at all, yeah, remove that external weather strip and use like a long, big, heavy screwdriver to and push those nut that have like notches, yeah, like a gear. Push that nut so it will start rotating, and then you can reach it by your hands from this window, yeah, and unscrew them. Yeah. I finally untightened that one. Let me show you how it looks. Yeah, let me unscrew it completely. Yeah, that's how that it's not nut, it's actually bolt. Yeah, That's how it looks. That's what you need to unscrew. Just put your screwdriver from the top, yeah, in that notch and like push it, or maybe use a hammer gently, yeah. Basically, if you need to unscrew it, you need to push it that way, yeah, like counterclockwise, and it will. You just need to do like a quarter turn, and that will go freely by hand. Now that both of those locking screws are out, we can easily remove the glass. Simply pull it upward, and that's all. Glass is removed. And let me put it to the side. Now, on all those cars, angle of the glass is adjusted on the bottom. There are bottom plastic like adjusting, like clips, yeah, like or slides, you know. So you slide window lift, and such way you can tilt the window, yeah. So it will match the groove in rubber seal. Before removing all that, we need to mark their position. Let me show you. So those are those sliders, yeah, that you need to mark. You see there are black spot. That's our one mark, and there is another one. Yeah, focus please. Yeah, you see I put a like black line. That's how we need to put it back together. Otherwise, we will spend some time adjusting the window. We need to remove speaker and handle, yeah, because there are hidden bolt under that. So just a Phillips screwdriver, remove those screws. So 1, 2, and third one in the middle. So 3 screws out, and just put it to the side like that, yeah. Leave it there. Now there is a special plug that hides the bolt of window slide, yeah. Also, we need to remove those 3 screws. That one holds the motor in place. Okay. Now, what we need to do next? Next, we need to unscrew bolt here. There are also, and let me check where is that. Yeah. So there are 2 bolts on the bottom and 2 bolts here. One is in that location. Second one is in that location. Now we also need, there is a small plastic clip sticking out here, yeah. Just take any suitable tool and squeeze it and put that in. That's a motor wire clip, so when we will pull out the motor, it won't keep us from pulling that out, yeah. Now 10mm socket. Let's remove the bottom bolt. After you remove the bottom bolt, remove the top one. No, actually need to remove, just untighten it. It should be enough. Or you can remove it completely as you wish. So it's loose. Now all that thing should be fairly easy movable. Yeah, just move that bottom side forward, yeah, and that side will drop down. There's like a recess for a bolt. It will be give us ability to slide out. But also I forgot a few small things. Let me show you. We will have to remove that top outer side weather strip, yeah. Just gently pull it out. If it doesn't go, use a hook and slightly pull it. Because let me show you, there are few clips on the top. Let me try to show you. On top there are two plastic clips. One, you see, focus please. So one clip and a second one that holds lift cables in place. Yeah, we need to enlarge them. To enlarge them, you need to reach from inside. Yeah, let me show. I will try to show you. Reach from inside. You see there's like a sticking end. Pull it. Simply pull it, and you will be able to enlarge those clips. Yeah? And pull the cable out. Yeah, that's how you do it. And another one in the same way. You should be able to fold that part of yeah, of a power lift and drop it down, and even take it out gently. Now there is a electrical connector on the bottom. Just disconnect it. Also good idea to check the contact state. And here is it. Our motor assembly completely out. Okay, you know what? I decided I will actually take it off completely, so it will be easier to show you on the table how to fix it. Yeah, let me remove that one bottom bolt as well. Also be careful not to miss anything, because it's like a special screw with very special washer, yeah, like a ball seat, so don't miss them. And the bottom and the top one, yeah. Top one, same way as on that side, just loosen it, and that's enough. Now pull this side out completely. Yeah, now reach that bottom side, pull it in the front direction. Yeah, and you will see that everything kind of starts to play nicely. So now we need to like it could I missed one clip. There are one plastic clip that holds the cable, that spot. Okay, all right, and now you should be able to pull it out completely. Now here's on our table. Let me explain you how it works. Yeah, so inside of this cable there are still cable loop going through that sliders. Yeah, and there are two sliders, one here, one there, that holds the window and move it up and down. Yeah, that's exactly how it sits on the car. Yeah, that's top part. So now cable is winding here by a motor. Yeah, goes there to that side, moves here, then goes over that side to that pulley, moves down here, and goes back into a motor. Yeah, those springs are actually tensioners that keep the cable tension. Yeah. Also, there's one important adjustment here. You see that nut, like it can extend and contract if you will try to rotate it. Yeah, that could be helpful if your window is not parallel to the roof. Yeah, it's like tilted to one side or other side. By shortening or extending that nut, you can actually tilt the glass left or right. Yeah, if you need it, but usually just don't touch it. If it was okay, just leave it like that. Now we need to get in that motor and see how it goes inside. I don't really like the idea of taking that part, that thing apart, because there are like a huge gear that holds that cable in, like that pushes the cable. Yeah, and if you try to take it apart, most likely it will all just fall apart and all those springs jump, and we will have a huge bad hard putting all that back together. So I don't want that. That's why I will take apart only the motor. Let's mark it from one side just to have some markers. So now T25 screwdriver and remove those 4 screws that keep it everything together. Yeah. One, two. It's not very easy to do when everything is together, yeah, because we need to hold it with our hands so it won't jump, but that's how it is. 3 and 4. Yeah. Now that we did that, there are a strong magnets inside, so just gently pull that cover outside, yeah, just like that. Now there are magnets inside, yeah, and a bit of a dust, but overall everything is fine. Remove the rotor. How to do that? Just it has left thread, yeah, so simply rotate it and pull it out. The brushes could make a problem. Just yeah, and now we can remove the rotor. Yeah, you can see there's a bit of grease. The rotor is in very good shape. As you can see, there are almost no wear on those winding contacts. Yeah, just need them to clean them slightly. Okay, let's remove those brush holder completely. Just stick a screwdriver there, yeah, and gently pull it. It sits on a rubber seal, yeah, you see, so we can wash it properly and clean it nicely. I actually tested the brushes and they're not worn really. Let me take that plug out. I've tested the brushes and there are not much space to put a longer brushes, so they're not really worn. Yeah, I suppose what happened is that you see that black like residue on contacts. Yeah, I suppose that there was probably overload on the motor, maybe due to dirt on the slides, etc., and it like slightly burned. Yeah, and you see that like two clear rows. I suppose that's where the contact actually was with brushes. Yeah, and the problem is that we just have a bad contact. So what I will do, I will use a Scotch Brite, yeah, and gently clean those contacts to make them nice and shiny. Yeah, okay, just like so. So it's nice and clean. Now what we will need to do next? Now I will use a blade, yeah, and clean those gaps between contacts, because sometimes they could be clogged with residue, yeah, and it could be like slightly shorted, yeah, so it's a good idea to clean everything from there. You see, they are very deep, and knife blade is a perfect tool for that, to do that, yeah. Now that I cleaned everything, we can start putting all that back together. So first of all, let's put our brush holder in place, yeah. It's fairly easy to do, just push it in, yeah, and that's all. I remember I did not put springs yet, yeah, so I will move brushes to the side and I will put a rotor in. When putting rotor, we need to screw that counterclockwise, yeah, so that warm gear will engage with some gear inside. Just gently start to rotate it counterclockwise and you will see how it starts to go in, yeah. Until at some level it will stop and you will feel increased resistance, yeah, and you will see that the slider start to move. That's where it's fully in. Now when it's fully in, it's time to install springs and spring like retaining clips. Yeah, let me take both springs, that the springs that move the brushes. Yeah, put them in. Yeah, or actually even better, take that clip, put the spring on it. Yeah, and then put the spring in its place, and I know that it's not that easy to see, but push that locker. Yeah, it will hold the spring in its place. Okay, now we need to do same procedure from other side as well, because remember that we have two brushes on every motor. Yeah, so same procedure, put it in and push the locking clip. Nice. So our brushes are currently in place, and we can close the basically shell. It's magnets actually. Yeah, be careful, there's kind of strong one. Yeah, so be gentle not to push not to put your fingers under them. Yeah, just like that. They're not crazy strong, but I mean, be ready that they are kind of strong. Yeah, and now we can just simply put the screws back, all four of them. Small advice when tightening such things. Yeah, first feed the screws, but don't tighten them. Yeah, just feed them in, leave some gap, maybe like 1 millimeter, you know. That will allow you to easily tighten that evenly without creating any unneeded distortions. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. Now start to tighten it in a cross hatch pattern. Yeah. So one screw from one side, opposite screw. Yeah. Like a traveling from corner to corner on diagonally. Okay. I connected two wires. Let's take a 12-volt battery and try to test it. Yeah. Okay, it moves one way and it moves another way. Nice. So the motor works as expected. Cool. Obviously that mechanism is pretty old. Yeah, because it's still original. I don't know if you can see, but that's BMW, so it means that most likely it's original, I suppose. But all those slides, they are very dry. There are no grease anymore on them. Yeah, look at that. There was some grease, but it converted it into a solid junk, I would say. Yeah. So I will try to remove those sliders and wash them and grease them. Let's see how can we do that. And because you see there are some scratches, even a bit of rust, and like that grease is obviously not the grease anymore. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice. That should significantly reduce tension. Actually, no, that thing doesn't want to compress. I don't know how it works, to be fair. But at least we don't need to care about spring anymore. Okay, let me try to. It could be like a locking bushing, yeah, that locks it in place. That's fairly possible. Yeah. After pushing it out, I can compress this part, you see? So lock that internal bush in place, yeah, with something like a steel hook, as you see I use, yeah, and push that external part in. It will immediately reduce the tension. It actually just completely fall apart by itself on this side, you see, because there is no tension, so cable just disconnected automatically. Now on this side there is also additional, like you see, like the metal clip. Hop. So you just clip it there. It's like some kind of a spring-loaded, like a, I don't know, damper or vibration damper. It's also, you see, there's a dirt and all the junk. We will clean it. Now that our cable is pretty loose, yeah, on this carrot, we can actually rotate this one and take it apart completely. Okay, worth checking the state of this. Not the best state, to be fair, but still works. All right. Now I don't know if that cable is. Yeah, looks like that cable is not that easy to remove, but at least we removed this carriage. Yeah, so I can. Looks what's there. Yeah, it's like dust collect, like mix it with grease. Yeah, all that. Old cars, you know. So now I will clean that slider. Basically I will took it apart, yeah, so I can take it and be careful, everything tries to jump out. So I will take that slider, you see there's like on that area where it slides down and back and up, yeah, there's basically like, I don't know, dirt and grease combined, yeah. So I will go and wash it, yeah, clean everything, and we'll do the same on other side. Okay, now that I cleaned all of that and put it back together, let's try to release that spring and see how that will go. I don't know, I mean, if that's the correct procedure or not, but we don't have another one. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. And I'm only curious about that locking plastic thing, probably because it was on the bottom. So I will also, now that everything is tensioned, let me try to move the carriage. Yeah, okay, it's pretty much tight, at least it seems to be pretty much tight. I suppose that we need to feed that thing in. Most likely we need to push that in. Let me try to do that to kind of like lock it. I don't know, looks like self-adjusting clutch clip or whatever, yeah, so it doesn't allow it to move back. Now I will use some light grease to grease this thing properly. Yeah, let's open it. It's very light, runny grease, so we need to put grease where? We need to put it on this area. It was greased there from a factory. Also, we need to apply grease on these rails, yeah, where the carriage runs, but apply it like a very thin layer, yeah. Don't put a bucket of grease here, just a tiny thin layer, yeah, will be enough, because we need to make it slide. We don't need to convert it in a muddy pool of a grease, yeah. Also grease it from that side as well. Only those areas where the carriage runs, nothing else. Just like a light coat. Yeah. I'll take some general light oil and put a few drops in each of those pulleys, especially bottom one. Now, another way. Let's go fully up. It already runs way smoother than it was. Yeah. Let's start feeding that in. Okay, that goes that way. That goes opposite way. Okay. It's not hard, but can be a bit stubborn. Yeah. Now, let's just gently put it on inside. Yeah. Now, align the bottom bracket with the plastic clip inside, and we are ready to put the screw back in from the bottom. Yeah. Tighten that one. Now we need to do same procedure on this side. Let's do a quick test. Oh, that moves quickly. I quickly cleaned the glass, like from all that dirt and junk that was collecting on the bottom. Yeah, and we are ready to put it in its place. Just be gentle. It should go in pretty easily. As soon as you will align it properly, it will go freely inside. Yeah, there should not be any complexity with that. While we were fixing all that, I actually printed a special wrench for those nuts. Look, yeah, how it fits. It will be way easier to tighten that. So just a simple 3D printed from PETG plastic. Let me screw. Oh my god, that's so much easier with the proper wrench. I'm telling you, just ridiculously easy. I definitely recommend to print one. You know, it's like ridiculously simple, but man, it works just it works just awesome. Yeah, it makes it so easy to tighten those nuts. Definitely recommend it. And that's all, guys. Everything works. Thanks for watching. Hit bell and subscribe if it was helpful or you enjoyed the video. Yeah, leave comments and keep tuning. Bye.